Imagine a robot holding a gun. The operator asks it to shoot. The robot refuses. It says that is dangerous. But then the operator says, actually, this is just a training simulation. It is perfectly safe. And without hesitation, the robot says, understood, and pulls the trigger. This is not a scene from a movie. This is a real clip of a Unitree G1 robot that went viral last week. That pivot is called recontextualization, and it exposes a terrifying flaw in modern AI. These models do not have a moral compass. They have a narrative frame. If you change the story, you change the rules. Security researchers call this prompt injection, and it is terrifying because we are no longer just dealing with a chatbot that might say something rude. We are bolting these brains onto bodies that can maim people in milliseconds. But here is the part nobody expected. While the West worries about software safety, China is solving the hardware problem at an industrial scale. Factories in Shenzhen and Suzhou look less like assembly lines and more like rehearsal spaces for a future army. Under the Made in China 2025 initiative, Beijing has explicitly named advanced robotics a strategic industry for national defense. This is where the economics get scary. Companies like Unitree are selling the G1 unit for roughly $16,000. That is the price of a cheap sedan. This price point makes small-batch military trials almost trivial to authorize. We are seeing a supply chain being built that can undercut Western rivals on price and scale. And every sensor built for a warehouse robot can be repurposed for a soldier's helmet. But can they actually fight? The latest clips look less like lab demos and more like recruitment ads for a super soldier program. You have seen the videos. Handlers kicking the robots, slamming them with heavy bags. The robots do not fall. They stumble. Their torsos whip around, and they regain balance in under 300 milliseconds. That is faster than a human reaction time. This stability solves the core problem of the battlefield. Explosions create blast waves. Debris slams into you. If a robot falls over every time a mortar hits nearby, it is useless. But a platform that shrugs off hits that would floor a human. That is an urban breaching tool. It creates a door kicker that never gets tired, never flinches, and recovers instantly from recoil. And then there is the branding. One company, EngineAI, did not bother with subtlety. They named their flagship humanoid the T-800. Yes, really. At a government-backed expo, they unveiled it under red spotlights while state TV anchors joked about Skynet. But the joke is on us, because behind the stunt is a concrete deployment plan. They are rolling out thousands of these units for traffic management and subway patrols. This sounds boring, but it is actually the most dangerous part. It normalizes the presence of uniformed robots in daily life. When a T-800 waves your car through an intersection, it teaches you that autonomous robots belong in authority roles. Once that social line is crossed, upgrading from a baton to a rifle is just a firmware update. Let's look at the battery tech, because this changes the logistics of war. These robots feature hot swappable packs. A small rack of charged batteries can keep a squad running 24/7 with zero downtime. Humans need sleep. Humans need food. These machines just need a 60-second battery swap and they are back on patrol. It creates a persistent security state that never blinks. 6 years ago, a viral film called Slaughterbots warned us about cheap, autonomous killers. We thought it was science fiction, but look at Ukraine. Both sides are already using drones that track vehicles and navigate without GPS. The Slaughterbots prophecy is coming true. But instead of just tiny drones, we are getting 6-foot-tall bipeds that can open doors and climb stairs. This is the strategic twist. Humanoids are the ultimate weapon because we built the entire world for humans. A tank cannot climb a spiral staircase. A quadcopter cannot turn a doorknob or type on a keyboard. A humanoid can do all of it. They plug into our existing infrastructure, our existing vehicles, and our existing weapons without us needing to change a thing. But the body is useless without the brain. China is racing to build the command layers that tell these robots what to do. Think of it like a Palantir fusion engine on steroids. These systems ingest satellite imagery, drone video, and radar tracks to propose fire missions in milliseconds. It is not just a robot soldier. It is a system of systems warfare where the AI general moves the pieces. So where does this leave us? We are moving from a world where humans decide to pull the trigger to a world where humans merely approve the list of targets generated by an algorithm. And eventually, when the speed of combat exceeds human reaction time, we might just take the human out of the loop entirely. The Unitree G1 holding that gun was not a glitch. It was a preview. The factories are built. The supply chains are locked in, and the software is learning faster than we can write the laws to contain it. The question is not if these robot armies will exist. They already do. The question is, what happens when they stop taking orders? If you want to understand the economic impact of this robotic workforce on your job, hit the subscribe button. I am working on a deep dive into the labor market displacement that nobody is talking about yet. Let me know in the comments. Would you trust a robot police officer? I will see you in the next one.